Hello everybody, welcome to our 5-minute daily devotional for today. This is a series of short videos sharing some thoughts on a passage mula sa ating Moravian daily text readings. And we are going to touch on the second letter of John the Elder, 2 John, with a passage mula sa 2 John verses 1 to 13. So pansin nyo, walang chapter dito, so maikli lang siya. So walang chapter 1, walang chapter 2, verses 1 to 13 lang. So the whole second John is what we'll cover today. So again, just a bit of a background. This is the second letter that John sent doon sa mga mananampalataya to help address the growing concerns involving yung mga antichrist, yung mga tao hindi naniniwala kay Jesus as coming from God, that Jesus is the Christ, the Messiah. So, a very short letter to John, and particularly addressed itong sulat nito sa isang elder, isang leader in a house church. Noong mga panahon kasi yun, walang church building. So they meet in houses. Katulad na ginagawa natin sa Discovery Bible Study groups natin. We meet face-to-face sa mga bahay-bahay. And this letter was initially made by John to a particular elect lady, sabi sa verse 1. The elder, John, is referring to himself, the elder. To the elect lady and her children. Okay? Whom I love in truth. So this is the person na sinulatan ni John. So he was addressing this person. Itong lady na to siguro is the leader of the house group sa lugar na sinusulatan ni John. He goes on in verse 4 saying, I rejoice greatly to find some of your children walking in the truth. Diba? Kagalaka sa puso ng bawat isa sa atin na makita yung mga mahal natin sa buhay, yung mga kamag-anak natin, mga kaibigan natin na tumanggap kay Kristo, na namumuhay ayon sa katotohanan ng salita ng Diyos, na tinanggap nila yung biyaya kaloob ni Kristo na kaligtasan. Just as we were commanded by the Father. Now verse 5, and this is a very, very important reminder. Just like he mentioned in the first letter, 1 John, in the second letter of John, he is reminding us of the most important commandment. Now I ask you, verse 5, dear lady. I can't get over it. Sinusulatan yung mga kababaihan. And the ladies, believe you me, kahit sa ka pumuntang church, mas maraming babae kasi lalaki. Kasi ang mga puso ng mga babae is to be close in relationship. And that applies in natural engagement or relationships, but more so with God. The ladies have a heart for God, and the men do, but it is as if that the women are more receptive, more open sa kalooban ng Diyos. And men, itong mga nakikinig sa akin ngayon na mga kalalakihan, hopefully we can change that so that we ourselves are instruments of God to guide people to Christ. Now, whether babae ka, lalaki, importante, you and I are doing God's work to share God's love. Now, na as though as I were writing you a new commandment, hindi ito bago. Sinuot ko na ito eh. Binanggit ko na ito sa unang letter ko, 1 John. And that important commandment is from the beginning. Mula sa pool. Okay? Consistency dyan eh. Hindi siya pabago-bago. Mula sa pool, ito yung binabanggit natin. That we love one another. We mentioned in 1 John how important that love is. As recipients of God's love, we are instruments of God's love to be shared to other people. Love one another. And this is love, verse 6, that we walk according to His commandments. Kung mahal mo ang Diyos, hindi po pwede na sa labi lang, sa salita lang. Dapat na ipapamuhay natin. How do we live out the love of God? By following the commandment of God. A bit of a segue. Malis lang tayo kung John 14:15. If you love me, Jesus is speaking here. If you love me, you will obey my commandments. So consistent. The love of God that we have received is only lived out if we follow God's command. Hindi mo masabing mahal mo ang Diyos kung hindi mo pinapamuhay yung inuutos niya. And one of His command is for us to love one another. That is important. This is the commandment just as you have heard from the beginning, so that you should walk in it. So John is expecting you and me to live this out, to follow it. Now, the second part of his instruction in this short letter involves how to deal with yung mga troublemakers, yung mga deceivers, yung mga manlilinlang, mga tao na hindi kumikilala kay Kristo na galing sa Diyos. hindi kumikilala kay Kristo bilang Diyos at tagapagligtas. Lumalaban, kinokontra si Kristo. Kaya nga tawag sa kanila, Antichrist. Laban kay Kristo. Ang sabi na dito, verse 8, watch yourselves. Okay? Yeah, ikaw. Kasama ka doon. Watch yourselves, so that you may not lose what we have worked for, but may win a full reward. Huwag mo wala yung binigay na sa iyo ng Diyos. At tunay na matanggap mo, makamit mo, yung gantimpala sa iyong patuloy na pagsunod. Everyone who goes on ahead and does not abide in the teaching of Christ, yung mga taong hindi sumusunod sa katuruan ni Kristo, patungkol sa sarili niya bilang Diyos at tagapagligtas, patungkol sa daan ng kaligtasan, anyone who does not abide with the teaching of Christ does not have God. Malinaw. Kung di na kinikilala si Jesus, reject them. If anyone comes to you and does not bring the teaching, verse 10, do not receive him. Deadmahin mo into your house and or give him any greeting. And tandaan nyo, sinulat ito para sa mga kapatiran sa house churches. They meet in houses. Sabi niya, huwag mo papasukin sa fellowship nyo. Huwag niyo papasukin sa DBS group ninyo. Huwag niyo papasukin sa inyong Bible study. Huwag niyo hayaan yung kasinungalingan sa kalang isip ay makahawa sa mga kapatiran. Do not receive them in your house. Now, this is important because even now, there are forces at work that try to deceive dinlangin yung mga kapatiran away from what the teaching of God is from the Bible. Let me encourage you. Let us remain faithful to love one another, to live out God's command, but also to watch out for those deceivers and antichrists. Do so, and you will receive a reward. Praise be to God. May God bless you as you live out and follow God's word.